and I will also be doing a lot of media liaison, talking to journalists and putting the journalists in touch with the spokespeople from your organization. This is also something that many of them will do. I asked Rachel to join us because Rachel has an important role. You want to say it yourself?
So I'm attempting to try and summarise all the policy developments and all the highlights every day into a really easy 3 or 4 bullet points that I all of us understand, more policy experts like me, but also that we can try and communicate to people at home.
We found that this would be more useful for all of you to have a few bullet points that you can use in your various different channels, press releases, social media, whatever, instead of waiting for a detailed 4i press release every day for which you would maybe pick only 1 or 2 elements. Yes. Yeah. Everyone who's here is meant to be here, and many of you will do only national work, like you, mostly 90% for Friends of the Earth Germany, but still you will be doing media liaison. So any German-speaking journalist interested in someone from Indonesia or someone from Scotland, then she will put them in touch with you. This is my comment. Yeah? But maybe you want to add anything else? Pierre is my superhero. He is the press officer at For France. He's been doing amazing work, and he started here only 2 or 3 months ago. So he's doing all the French-speaking media and a million other things. What would you like to say? Yeah? That was not my idea. I wanted to let you guys pick for yourself. Okay, I'm going to shut up from now. Everybody.
Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Come on.
All right. Have to communicate. I'm Dennis. I'll communicate myself. I'll be doing a lot of the social media work on the inside and hopefully providing all the helpful social media resources. There's a couple of ways that we're going to keep in touch with social media resources, including a Twitter direct message group and a social media e-list. I'll circulate that stuff on the pop list a little later today, so as you know where to find it and you know how to get on it if you want to be on it. I'm also going to be working a lot with the photos and helping Ronnie Hall, who's not here at the moment. She's a freelancer who'll be working with us to gather up all the photos. Any of you who've been to a COP with FOI in the past know that this is always a challenge to try and gather up all the great photos you do. So there's some information about that in the communication strategy, but I will also include it in the email I'll send you later today. What else do I need to cover? Oh yeah, and I'll also be a contact point for some of the alliances and coalitions that FOI is involved with here. So some joint work with them, joint communications work with them as well. Nicola asked me to talk about video, but I don't have a clue about that. So maybe somebody else can do that.
Okay, hi, I'm Andrew Davies. I'm just started as the Digital and Communications Coordinator at Friends of the Earth International. And my role here is just to be supportive and to learn and to try and understand a bit better about how Friends of the Earth works globally. So I will be very eager to have any conversations that you want to have about the long-term future of Friends of the Earth communications and digital globally and how the International Secretariat can better play its role looking at next year. Anything COP related, anything COP leadership related, these guys over here, especially Nicola, are the people to talk to.
My name's Sam, again, Friends of the Earth Communications. I will be doing a lot of the communications with the air. Pinocchio Awards, some of you first. So Pinocchio Awards, and then December the 11th and 12th, both the People Power Action Assembly, and then also the actions on the 12th. I'll also be a contact point for Young Folk, the Kuhn Jubilee, and also for outside actions. So that's the actions going on the outside. I think that's it.
I'm Fran. I'm the other European communications person. I'll be helping Nicola as much as I can on the inside. Je parle français, donc j'essaie de donner un coup de main vers les journalistes francophones aussi. yeah, I'm leading on communication to European media, bashing the EU as much as we can for their role in negotiations, and working with European member groups to really make sure that our fight doesn't finish on the 12th of December, and that we're sending a very loud message at the end of the COP that we are going on from here.
Good. I'm Jose, as I told before. I'm gonna be doing the radio coverage for Real World Radio, and I will be mostly dedicating to Friends of the Earth International agenda and of the social movements and social organizations which are our allies, especially outside. I will have a badge for the second week, but I will be based most of the time in the outside activities. And we will also have a space in the radio to upload pictures, taking advantage of our great photographers. And we try to coordinate a bit beforehand also, and with Martin especially, who's the international coordinator of Food Sovereignty Program, because he's gonna help me in the first week with some video interviews, and in the second week with some colleagues from TNI and also from Friends of the Earth Spain. So we hope so to upload some videos, especially short interviews. And in the outside space, I'm going to be helping, trying to facilitate the work of our communicators outside. So I'm going to be that working there.
So I'm from Young Friends of the Earth Europe, and together with Shivla and Paul in the second week, we're trying to coordinate the Young FOE communications. So we'll be focusing mostly on online communications, and we also have the plan to make a few videos of people in the climate justice movement, to let them speak to our supporters, to have them say how they feel about these negotiations and what really is important to highlight for us as a movement, to give them a voice as well. And yeah, so we'll be doing that and online communications as a team. And maybe Shivla, if I forgot anything.
Second that.
Okay. So.
Great, thank you.